Welcome back, deep thinkers. Today, we delve into the perplexing world of emotional immaturity. A term often thrown around but seldom understood, emotional immaturity is more than just a label. It's a complex behavioral pattern that can shape our relationships, our work environment, and even our self-perception. Did you know that 1 in every 5 adults exhibit signs of emotional immaturity? That's a staggering 20% of the adult population. It's not an isolated issue but a widespread phenomenon, hidden in plain sight. Over the next few minutes, we will be exploring 10 subtle signs that indicate emotional immaturity. From lack of empathy to difficulty with commitment, these signs are often overlooked. Yet their impact on interpersonal connections can be profound. Understanding these signs is the first step towards fostering healthier relationships and promoting emotional growth. So fasten your seatbelts as we navigate through the intricate maze of emotional immaturity. The first subtle sign of emotional immaturity is a lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's like stepping into someone else's shoes, feeling their joy, their pain, their hopes and fears. It's a crucial part of forming meaningful relationships and connecting with others on a deeper level. But emotionally immature individuals often struggle with empathy. Picture this: you're at a family gathering, sharing about a challenging situation you're facing. An emotionally immature person might swiftly change the topic, or worse, make light of your struggles. They might not show any interest in your feelings or experiences. It's as if they're trapped in their own emotional bubble, unable to reach out and connect with others. This lack of empathy can make it difficult for them to form meaningful relationships and can cause misunderstandings and conflicts. So, if you notice a lack of empathy, you might be dealing with emotional immaturity. The second sign of emotional immaturity is difficulty with commitment. This is not about the occasional hesitation or normal fear of making a decision. We're talking about a persistent pattern, a chronic struggle with commitments that repeatedly surfaces in various aspects of life. Think about that friend who's always flaky, the one who cancels plans at the last minute, or the colleague who never completes tasks on time. These are examples of small-scale commitment issues. But let's increase the scale. Consider romantic relationships. An emotionally immature individual might shy away from serious commitments, hopping from one relationship to another, never quite settling. Then there's job hopping, a classic sign. This person is always on the lookout for the next best thing, never fully committing to a role or a company. This lack of commitment can be a defense mechanism, a way to avoid responsibility or potential failure. If someone consistently avoids commitment, it's a red flag for emotional immaturity. Third on our list is extreme mood swings. Picture a roller coaster. It's thrilling, it's exciting, but imagine being on it all the time. That's the emotional world of someone with emotional immaturity. Their feelings don't just ebb and flow like the tide, they crash and surge like a tempest. One moment they're on top of the world, the next they're in the deepest depths of despair. This constant vicissitude can be exhausting not just for them, but for those around them. It's like trying to keep up with a moving target. Their emotional instability can make relationships and friendships challenging, to say the least. It's important to note that everyone has mood swings from time to time. However, when these swings become extreme and frequent, it could be a sign of emotional immaturity. Such individuals often struggle to regulate their emotions. They feel things intensely and react in ways that can seem disproportionate to the situation at hand. Remember, extreme mood swings can signal emotional immaturity. Sign number 4, poor impulse control. Now imagine a child in a candy store, eyes wide, reaching out to grab whatever shiny wrapper catches their attention. This is a classic example of poor impulse control, but in adults, it takes on more complex forms. It could mean making big decisions without thinking them through, or constantly switching jobs or relationships because something new and exciting comes along. Emotionally immature individuals often struggle to resist immediate gratification, even when it's not in their best interest. They act on their feelings without considering the potential consequences. It's like they're driving a car with no brakes, barreling down the road of life, making turns on a whim without checking for oncoming traffic. Understanding this sign is crucial because it can lead to unstable relationships, financial problems, and even legal issues. So, keep this in mind. Emotional maturity involves having the ability to control impulses. Keep an eye out for poor impulse control. It's a sure sign of emotional immaturity. Halfway through our list, we have irresponsibility. A telltale sign of emotional immaturity is the frequent avoidance of responsibilities. This could manifest in various ways, from neglecting work tasks to shirking personal obligations. It's the inability or unwillingness to fulfill duties that most adults manage as part of everyday life. Emotionally immature individuals might lean heavily on others to pick up their slack, or even seek to manipulate situations to escape the burden of responsibility. This trait can cause significant disruption in relationships, workplaces, and families. It's important to note, though, that everyone can sometimes struggle with responsibility, especially in stressful times. However, when a pattern of irresponsible behavior is persistent, it's a different story altogether. In the realm of psychology, consistent irresponsibility is often linked to emotional immaturity. It's a reflection of an individual's inability to accept the realities and demands of adult life. Remember, consistent irresponsibility is a clear sign of emotional immaturity. As we continue, let's look at the remaining signs. At number 6, we have a tendency to blame others. Emotionally immature individuals often shirk responsibility, preferring to point fingers at others rather than accepting their own role in a situation. They may make excuses or justify their actions, rather than acknowledging and learning from their mistakes. Next up, we have the inability to manage stress. Sign number 7 is a clear indicator of emotional immaturity. Instead of finding healthy outlets or coping mechanisms, these individuals may react impulsively or destructively when faced with stressful situations. They may struggle to keep their emotions in check, leading to outbursts or breakdowns. Sign number 8, poor listening skills, is also common. Emotionally immature people may struggle to truly listen and understand others. They may interrupt, dismiss, or ignore what others say, focusing primarily on their own thoughts and feelings. This lack of consideration for others' perspectives can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. Moving on to sign number 9, overreacting to criticism. Constructive criticism is a part of life, but for emotionally immature individuals, it can be a source of great distress. Instead of viewing it as an opportunity for growth, they may take it personally, becoming defensive or upset. Finally, at number 10, we have dependency. Emotionally immature individuals may rely heavily on others for emotional support, decision-making, or even basic tasks. This dependency can be burdensome for others and prevent the individual from developing necessary life skills. These signs are subtle but can indicate emotional immaturity. Remember, we all have moments of emotional immaturity. It's part of being human. However, if you notice these signs consistently in someone's behavior, it may suggest a deeper issue at hand. It's important to approach the situation with understanding and compassion, as emotional maturity is a journey that we all undertake at our own pace. Understanding emotional immaturity is a step towards healthier relationships. As we navigate the vast ocean of human emotions, it's essential to remember the importance of emotional maturity. The signs we've discussed today, from a lack of empathy to irresponsibility, are not just markers of emotional immaturity. They are also indicators of areas for potential growth and self-improvement. Emotional maturity isn't about never experiencing negative emotions or always being in control. It's about recognizing our emotional state and responding to it in a way that respects both ourselves and others. It's about understanding that our actions have consequences and that empathy is the key to connecting with those around us. However, it's also important to remember that emotional maturity is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of learning, growth, and understanding that takes time and patience. It's about being willing to face our weaknesses, learn from our mistakes, and strive for better. Through this journey of emotional growth, we can foster healthier relationships, not just with others, but also with ourselves. We can navigate our emotions with grace, empathy, and understanding. We can become better, more emotionally mature individuals, capable of handling the challenges life throws at us. In the grand scheme of things, recognizing the signs of emotional immaturity in ourselves and others isn't about judgment. It's about understanding and empathy. It's about recognizing that we are all a work in progress, continually learning and growing. So, as we conclude this exploration into emotional immaturity, remember, it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to have areas of growth. What matters is recognizing these areas and taking steps to improve. Because emotional maturity isn't about perfection. It's about growth, understanding, and above all, empathy. Thank you, deep thinkers, for accompanying us on this journey. Don't forget to engage, like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time, keep thinking deep.